What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another gear review. This one's pretty special. We have our entire lineup of the Tamarack 2.0 knife brought to you by Grit City. Nice.
Near and dear to our hearts.
Very near and dear to our upper thighs. What's that?
Yeah. Who?
We purposely placed Zach by the red knife.
So funny.
It's hilarious.
We can laugh now, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
sure can.
We do have a special guest up here as well.
We do.
A new addition to the family, if you will.
Is there even a name for this one yet?
No. It's just
the
replaceable blade.
Grit City replaceable blade badass knife.
That is right.
Yep. Where do we want to start?
I don't know. Let's just
Let's start with the OG.
Let's start with there. I'll take this. Bob, you take orange. They're held up by some Creedmoors, our little casings. We offer them currently in 3 different colors. The orange and the yellow will most likely be always the ones that we're going to continuously restock.
Yep, those are the tried and true.
That's right. This is our traditional colors. Obviously, our Tamarack yellow. That's our company, our branding. And then the Hunter orange is just something that's always done really well, and we've kept it in stock throughout its lifetime. But the seasonal one is Zach's. Zach, please explain.
Currently, the special one-off coloration that we have in stock, ready for purchase, is the blood red. We came up with this because on a hunt just this last year with Jeff, we had a little mishap in the field and...
No. Can I ask it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ask it.
Okay. All right. See you in a bit, buddy.
And I was cutting through, put a little oomph onto the knife, slipped through, straight down into my upper thigh. A little bit of a scary moment there for the first, minute and a half, not knowing exactly where that knife went in. But
only making light of the situation because he's going to be okay. But the Pienwald Tamarack knife is really sharp. Pickers up from the Pienwald merch store with code ZAC. He decided to bury one in his thigh. He's just trying to get out of a pack. Yeah, he's trying to get out of a pack now. Real sissy, that guy. But there's people checking on him. He'll be alright.
All's well that ends
You're
well.
here.
I'm right here. Still got a leg.
Yeah.
So we're all good. But yeah, we thought it was a little bit humorous to make light of a serious situation, but to make a blood red color of the knife that did the damage. So for now, while we have this bad boy in stock, we have blood red as a fun little color to add to
Jokes
the lineup.
aside, I really do like that color.
Me too. It looks really cool. Really cool.
Personally, I have the orange right now, but yeah, I do like them all, especially the red.
Yep. I think we've gone towards these bright being our staple because Bob, have you ever lost one?
I have. I had this knife in the steel.
Steel.
Yep.
So yeah, I was butchering up a bear, set it down, and we moved some stuff around. Leaves covered it. It got lost. So I will always have a colorful knife now.
Yeah, and that's just from something that we just kind of been naturally research and development out there, R&D, where we're always going to offer something, or you're going to see something that's going to be more neutral colors or earth tones, just because people are kind of drawn towards those. But us as a company, what we think as the knife is a tool and a very necessary tool to us. We don't want to lose them.
No.
And it's your hard-earned money too. And if you spend the money on these knives, we would hate for you to lose it, right? So we've kind of come out with our staple colors being the yellow and the orange. And if you guys have those, I'm pretty confident you're not going to lose it if you set it down.
Yeah.
The steel just kind of blended into the environment where we were hunting, where Bob was lucky enough to take his bear, and we were taking care of it and taking pictures and just being goofballs. And then it's the where'd my knife go?
Yep.
And it's just it was a chaos.
Yep.
It was gone.
I should have been more aware, so obviously my fault. I was being an idiot. But the colors, they help.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah. Let's go through and talk really quickly our favorite parts of this knife and why we decided to come out with a more heavier duty fixed blade versus your traditional, what has been so took over the hunting industry for quite some time there. The replaceable blades. We've used the heck out of these, whether it be Havalon, Outdoor Edge, Tito, and we had a lot of mishaps with these. They are insanely sharp, and there's no weight to them. And I feel like an accident or a mistake is almost easier to occur with something like this small, this lightweight.
Do you remember when I was changing a blade on my 2017 buck? I had pliers, I was changing a blade out, and it snapped in half, and it flipped up and stuck me right between the eyeballs.
Yeah.
So that could have been bad for obvious reasons. But saying that, I still do enjoy using the replaceable blade. I just supplement it with our Tamarack 2.0.
Yeah.
I carry both.
I think one strong point for a nice heavyweight, it's 2.2 ounces.
Yeah.
So heavy, right?
2.4 with the sheath.
With the sheath. So 2.2 naked, just like this. We do not have a handle on this, just for our own personal preference. I mean, yes, there's a little hint there. But just look at the way that fits in your hand. And then you have a beautiful belly on that, and then a great tip. So we kind of designed it for all around skinning, caping, and even Bob uses it for your butchering stuff when you get over to Dave's and you want to do butcher stuff.
Yep.
So Bob will even go from caping it out in the field to butchering. When I get to a butcher shop, I'm going to grab one of the butcher shop's nice, big, beautiful, flexible blades.
Another thing too is I carry mine daily just because
Yeah.
it fits nicely in my pocket. It's a low profile, extremely sharp. You know, if something you had to, I don't know,
Jam it. And
you had to defend yourself. You know, it's a good way to protect yourself.
When your buddy mews an elk and it stops, and you got no other option.
You gotta die. No, but I love the way this knife feels in hand. We've been using it now for about 4 seasons, 4 years, and it's taken care of a lot of critters. This beautiful bear
That long?
Yep.
right here behind us, it actually did this entire bear. It caped out that bear for this soft tan, and then same thing over here on Zach's side. This is my wife's big old nasty bear, and it caped that out too. So we use them from bears to deer to elk to fish and ducks. It's an awesome all-around hunting, lightweight, heavy-duty knife. One of the other things I really like about this is when you're going through joints or the back of the head, the skull, when you're trying to take the skull off, getting through those joints and tendons and stuff with a replaceable blade, like Bob said, you're going to be down there and turning your head away and flinching because that thing can break when you're trying to get through those joints.
They're very flimsy.
Bear paws, something like that, getting through those joints. And you're going to be doing this and bing, and it goes flying off. And luckily, it didn't hit him in the actual eyeball, but it did hit him in the face. That's not going to happen here. You can put some extra oomph into it, get through some joints, get through the bones, get through the cape, and it's not going to break on you. And if it does, Zach, what would you do?
Send it right back to Grit City Knives and it'll be replaced. You can contact us. We can get with him. It'll all be replaced and taken care of. We have yet to have that happen in 3 years. Touching on what Jeff was going over, I really like on the top of the knife here, there's some texture to it. So you can kind of see those grooves, and then on top of those grooves, there's like texture lines on there so that you can really put your thumb on there and it sticks on there.
I like that as well. I'll take my index finger and like run it when I'm caping or anything.
Yep,
It works
yeah, you
great.
can do like this when you're doing fine work so that your finger stays on there, thumb on top when you're really putting some pressure on it. And just like the handle itself, the size of it, just fits really well into the hand. You can kind of get all fingers onto it so you can really hold it and you have a good control over that knife while you're working on stuff. Like we kind of alluded to, some people have said that they would like a handled version, so that's something that we are working on for those guys who want a little bit more of a robust handle. We also know people that have taken this and wrapped this in paracord if you want a little bit of handle and grip with the paracord and just that emergency little stash of paracord. Or if you had a steel, you could wrap that in an orange reflective paracord and help you not lose it.
Yep.
Also, lifetime sharpening. If you send it in to
Yep.
Joel, he'll sharpen it, send it back. Probably toss a couple of his awesome stickers in with it.
Yeah.
And he's a veteran-owned company, so love supporting those guys.
Yeah, what do you get when you purchase one of our knives, Zach?
So it'll come in a nice little, what do you call this, bubble wrap little envelope here with some cardboard around the knife. So that cardboard is going to protect it. It's going to sit inside, kind of sandwiched between the cardboard. You're going to get a sticker and a card from Joel, Grit City Knives, with his phone number and anything like that. If you do have any sort of issues, right there, sticker on the front, made in the USA, which we always love.
Absolutely.
One thing to touch on with the sheath is every sheath is also handmade to the individual blade itself. So the sheaths aren't made in like a mass amount. They are built one at a time to fit every blade exactly, so that as you're pulling this thing in and out of the sheath, you're not wearing this down or dulling the blade because you have no extra wear and tear carving against kydex as you're coming in and out. So that's just another added little feature of working with a one-man shop, a small business right there in Tacoma, Washington, that every single aspect of every knife is one of one.
Yep.
All right, going over kind of the nerdier specs of the knives here. We did come up with this in 2020, so confirmed. This will be our 5th year with this knife.
Wow.
Yeah, 2020, kind of worked hand in hand with Joel to design the blade, design the handle. He had a couple that he had pre-made, and we kind of tried them.
Yeah.
And I remember one was a real stubby blade.
I think he calls it the Hunter, right?
I think so, yep.
Yeah.
And it was
Hunter-gatherer.
Hunter-gatherer, that's it.
yeah, and it was a stubby blade with a big belly and less of a point.
Yeah.
We tried that on a turkey, didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so that's when we kind of were like, all right, let's get a little bit more blade, a softer belly, and more of a point on it to kind of work through that stuff. Our knives are made out of a 1/8 Nitro V steel. It's a really hard steel, but also soft enough to be easily resharpened in the field. We all just carry like one of those little mini work sharp sharpeners.
Yep.
And as we're working through a bear or an elk or anything like that, if you need a quick touch up, 3-4 swipes on that thing and you're back good to go and sharp as hell.
Yes.
Total overall length on this is 6 inches, 6 5/8 inches. The blade length itself is 3 1/4 inches. So, and then like we said, 2.4 ounces with the sheath.
Yep.
It really is the perfect size to do it all.
Yep,
Yeah,
and it's
love it.
super lightweight. I mean, it just fits really well. I mean, you can see how skinny and narrow that is, so you can drop that in like your little kill kit bag. You could put it, I run it sometimes in the side pocket of my marsupial harness.
Yeah.
Like, it can go in a lot of different places. I even have one in my like hip belt pocket on my pack. Like,
Yeah, like
it's-
I said earlier, pants pocket. It
Yep.
fits right in there.
yeah, for a daily carry.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for watching today. Thanks for all the support. If you guys were so kind to purchase one of these knives, we really appreciate it. Again, be careful. They do like to find that upper thigh area.
Boy, do they.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the mountain.
Can't wait to ship you guys a knife.
Bye-bye.